My knee was doing great, and then I got sick. And those 2.5 weeks in the hospital for some reason.
You went in the hospital?
Yeah, I was in the hospital for 3 fucking weeks this year.
Wait, what happened?
I have no fucking idea, Bert. They figured it out. It's called hypoxia or some shit where your lungs fill up with liquid and you cannot breathe. And I mean, dog, I'm not scared of anything. This was scary.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait, so you were having a hard time breathing?
It started like in December. I thought it was the mushrooms. I'm like, well, when I eat mushrooms, my heart beats or something. And then I got sick. And it was funny because I said, you know what, I'm going to stop smoking dope. Now, you know me a long time.
Yes.
And after New Year's, I said, you know what, I'm wasting my time with marijuana anymore. It ain't California. I got to be on a website every night to see who's got my weed, so I can go there in the morning, stand online, get it, and it just gets me high in the morning. My tolerance is off the fucking charts, you know? So I'm like, maybe I should give it a break. Well, a week later, I got the flu. And 2 days later, I could not breathe. I mean, Bert, I would get up here, 20 steps, and I'd have to stop and fucking pee. I mean, and it's not like, Bert, where's your bathroom? Oh, no. I got to take my dick out right here and right now. It was terrible.
Really?
I would have to go home twice and change my sweats. And, it was just a horrible experience. I didn't know what it was. So I went to, what is it? Urgent care?
Urgent care, yeah.
They were like, you should check into the hospital. Your oxygen level's low. And I'm like, it's my daughter's birthday. I don't want her to come home from school when I'm in a fucking hospital. That's no birthday present for nobody. So I waited out for like 2 days. Then I couldn't breathe. I went in. That time they kept me for a week. Couldn't figure out what it was. They drained my lungs.
How did they drain your lungs? Do they
they do Lasix. They give you a thing in your vein to fucking take the water out of you.
And you feel it immediately?
Dog, you're peeing 20 ounces a shot.
Really?
Those bottles that they give you, I was peeing one every 2 hours. I was filling one of those things up. Everything comes out. And I dropped like 30 fucking pounds.
For real?
Yeah, they took all the fluid out of you.
Jesus.
Then they would send me home, but I would do the same shit. I'd go home and start with the one-hitters. And then 2 weeks later, I'm having a hard time breathing.
Shit.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
And does it feel like a flu, like you're coughing and stuff, or is it just you're filling up with fluid?
Just when you walk, or train, oh my God, it was to the point where I would have to do like a set of pull downs and sit down. Fucking, my face is turning red. So after the first hospital stay, they put that thing in my veins, in my arm, and went to your heart. And if you need a stent or a fucking balloon, they put it in there. When I woke up, and the doctor's like, Joey, I don't know what to tell you. You got a heart of a bull. You don't need anything. I'm like, what the fuck is this then? Because I kept thinking it was 27 years of cocaine.
Yeah.
Something's going to malfunction at some point in your life. You know what I'm saying? I was starting to sound like RFK. I was all RFK'd up and shit. I can't. And then I came home again. Then I thought I had diverticulitis. So I went back that time for diverticulitis, but it wasn't diverticulitis. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go home. I was going to the gym. I'm eating good. And fucking this time, that 1 week was just brutal. And it was starting to scare my wife.
Yeah.
And if there's something I don't like to do, is scare my wife. She's not from that school. But I'm going to tell you an example. The last 3 nights, I would walk from my basement to my bedroom, and I would have to keel on the floor, like stop and drop to the floor, catch my composure until I could pee, run to the bathroom, pee, and then the walk to the bed was killing me. And then I'd have to do one of those things, a treatment.
Inhaler?
The inhaler with the fucking heat and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And if I had to get up in the middle of the night to pee, oh, boy, was it bad.
Really?
And that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the Saturday night was the worst. My blood pressure went up to 212 over 110, and my oxygen went down to 86. It was 4 in the morning. And I knew I had to go to the doctor. I'm like, I got to go to the hospital. But I didn't want to get the ambulance at 4 in the morning in front of my daughter.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll just go in the morning. And I went the next morning, and that's when they did a nuclear blood test, and they found out that I was overloaded with fluid and blood cells, red blood cells.
Really?
Because remember when I did testosterone, when Mercy was first born, I ended up in the hospital. with too many red blood cells. So I knew what it was. I was taking MK677. It's a peptide for recovery and sleep and makes you hungry as fuck. But you get fucking huge on that shit if you start lifting. Yeah. And that stuff is like a growth hormone. It makes it mimics a growth hormone. It's like my friend said. It's like Joe Rogan said, if you're going to do testosterone, do testosterone. If you're going to do growth, do it. But don't do things that are going to stimulate that.
Yeah.
Because somewhere it's going to backfire, and it backfired for me. And it would drop it would do like a insulin drop. So my blood sugar would go up, my blood pressure would go up. So I got off that, and I haven't smoked again. I've been fine.
Really? So how long has it been since you went in the hospital?
3 weeks.
3 weeks? I've never fucking heard any of this.
Well, what am I going to say? Well, the first time I put a picture up and I got 9,000 calls. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, 9,000 calls, like, you know. And I'm like, I can't tell people I'm in the fucking hospital. My phone will blow up all fucking day.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so you, Joey.
So I didn't want to tell people, like, what do you do? Take a picture with tubes in your nose?
Yeah.
Like, look at me, I'm in the hospital. And then people are like, oh, get well. Get the fuck out of here. You know, I'm not going to tell you I'm in the hospital. I'll tell you when I get out.
Yeah.
Why am I going to take pictures in the hospital and embarrass you? And my daughter saw pictures. She's like, Dad, fucking hospital? What's wrong with you? I was like, you're right.
Holy shit.
So,
did you get scared during that time?
Those last 3 nights were a little, because now it went from me just hyperventilating and couldn't catch my breath and having a bad panic attack to me sweating. I was starting to sweat and my face was getting real fucking red. And I'm like, this ain't good. And your blood pressure's 212.
Yeah.
That never ends well. That never fucking ends well. I said, fuck it. I went to a nutrition guy. I'm eating fucking, I changed a lot of shit. Like I had to.
Yeah.
I had to eat a lot more arugula for my blood pressure. I had to fucking, I'm eating that stuff, and it's pretty fucking good after 2 weeks. That shit you get from the ocean, and you put
seaweed?
It's like seaweed. Something else. I don't know what it's from. Sea moss.
Yeah.
It's like pretty intense, and you take, like I got some stuff that's blueberry flavored and strawberry flavored, and you fucking take it 3 times a day, forget it. Hard-ons, everything comes back. And that's what was crazy. I was really sick, but I was really horny. That was fucking the weirdest thing. Like, I was never horny until I went to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I couldn't bang one out in the hospital because I'm a Catholic. You can't bang one out in the hospital. It's just not right. You know? But I was fucking super horny. I couldn't breathe. I'm like, even if I get pussy, I can't get a piece of pussy because I can't breathe. I just pump it one time and I'd go and spin out into a panic attack. So, fuck it. It was terrible, Bert.
God.
Was, those last 3 nights were like, Joey, you got to do something with your life. And I got up the next morning, I did like 3 bong hits. I was already dead, so I might as well do 3 bong hits, and I went right to the hospital. When I walked in, they were looking at me weird, like, did you smoking pot last night? And I did edibles in there.
You brought your edibles in?
Oh, yeah, and mushrooms, too, because how boring is it now? The first week I went in there sober. I was sober Pete. When I had to go back, I put some edibles in my fucking backpack and some mushrooms. I got fucked up in there.
God.
Fucked up. Where my blood pressure would go up and my oxygen would drop. And at one point, I had like 8 white doctors around me. They were flabbergasted. What's going on? Why? And I'm like, dog, I ate some edibles. Now I know what happens to your body. They were like, they called every white person in that Hindus. They had every smart person in that hospital. And they were all sitting around me going, we can't figure it out. How's your blood pressure high after all that? And I felt like telling them, I got some edibles in me. I got 400 milligrams in me, cocksucker. But I couldn't do it. Yeah, you got to have a good time in there because now it gets kind of boring. But
I can't
the TV
imagine.
was great. I brought a computer.
Yeah.
I brought a bunch of books. I tried to write in there. You know, you got to feel, it's like doing a movie.
Yeah.
It's going to suck if you don't bring anything.
Oof.
You better bring TV, a couple shots, a joint, a book, a computer, a notebook. You know, you got to bring everything on those sets.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call 2 bears, 1 cave.